Yeah, I must make mention when you talk about horses for courses, and Mark Selby, 3 times Masters champion. Same applied to the late great Paul Hunter, didn't it?
Yeah, he loved it, didn't he? He loved this tournament. Went 3 times as well. And yeah, there's something about the Masters, isn't it, though, John? You know, the one table setup, top 16 players in the world. It's a very, very special event. And it's quite, you know, it's amazing, Mark Selby's record. I mean, he's played in this tournament. He's had 11 last frame deciders and won every single one. I mean, most players would be happy with a 50-50 split, wouldn't they? Yeah. Last frame deciders. Because it can go either way, of course, you know. But to win every single one is an amazing record.
Once again we see Shaun Murphy playing an aggressive safety, opening up the reds. He's got a good cue ball, so he's got Mark Selby in a little spot of bother here. But Shaun will just be glad of an opportunity to pot a ball at the moment. Looks easy enough to play safe off this red, but what he's got to be careful of, the red near the baulk cushion, what he's got to be careful of, that the red doesn't run into the brown. Obviously he wants to leave the cue ball tight to the cushion, but got to avoid that red running into the brown.
Yes, John, and if you can avoid the red running into the brown and get it somewhere down near this bottom left-hand corner pocket. But, well, doesn't want the brown going in. Ooh, would have been in trouble there. That's not bad. This is Hawkeye's view. Mark just coming around the bottom end of the table. He wants to try and leave the cue ball down on the top cushion somewhere. Well, he's found a gap. That's an excellent shot. What a shot this is.
Absolutely. And that's what you get with Mark Selby, as he's proved in the first 2 frames. Scores heavily, and of course if you think you've got him in trouble, you need more than one good safety shot to force an error. That was absolutely top draw safety. And Shaun with a bit of a problem here. He needs to play one himself. I don't think you can risk playing a pot here. He's got to try and get that cue ball in a safe position. It's not a formality. Well, the fact that Mark's looking at position to leave the cue ball near the baulk cushion tells us that there's nothing that can tempt him. Obviously he can pot the red just above the black, but that's a risky pot, and running into other reds, no guarantee to be on a colour, so percentage wise not the type of shot to go for. So looking to cover the red on the left hand side cushion with the yellow, and it looks pretty good. It looks very good. Calling all the shots at the moment. As you can see, he can just get through to that red, but Shaun can't play safe off it.
Yes, excellent return. Tap on the table from Max Selby in acknowledgement.
He might just have to roll up to this red here, dead weight. Just got to be careful he doesn't push it over the middle though. Oh, he's pushed it past the middle. He feels by leaving it like that, okay, he's possibly leaving pots on, but nothing that easy.
Yeah, it's almost like he's teasing Shaun Murphy into possibly taking this pot down the cushion. It's very, very difficult. And particularly, you know, he's dominated the first 2 frames. Max Selby's saying to him, you know, Shaun Murphy's a little bit cold, obviously. He'd love to have a go at this. If Shaun Murphy was 2-0 up, there's no doubt he'd have a go at this red. But when you're 2-0 down, and you haven't potted a ball, it's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, I think you always look at these situations and think, well, is there an easy safety shot on? And in all honesty, it's not a guaranteed safety. And there you see the red just off straight. It's a tough pot, and he wouldn't be able to get the cue ball too far away from the cushion. And if he tries to screw back to the balk end, which might not be on anyway, but more missable the pot. But as I say, if there's no easy safety, then you might as well go down with all guns blazing. Well, he was able to get into that red enough to screw the cue ball, back to the balk end, and he'll settle for that. The red that was closest to the left-hand cushion, that was a fully committed pot if you took it on. That one, he could edge his bets. Well, is he looking at taking this red on? Well, this is just unbelievable. This is just unbelievable for Mark Selby. What a pot that was.
Fantastic. Never touched the sides, and it was a well worked out shot. I mean, look where he's left the cue ball. Black was always there. I mean, if he missed it, sometimes they would wobble in the jaws and go safe, but great pot.
Yes, and it's fair to say at the moment he doesn't look like missing much. That may have gone a little bit awkward though. But what was funny, just in the background when that red went in, I saw Shaun just slump in his seat, thought, no. Because that was a good safety from Shaun, and well, most players wouldn't have took that red on. It just shows you the confidence in Mark Selby so far in this match.
You see it, 199 points scored without reply. shot, wasn't it?
And he's landed absolutely perfect on the green. And the reds are spread, black available into both corners. Don't rule out a frame-winning contribution here.
$12. 13.
Well, you can't see him missing from here,
20.
John, can you? I mean, you got 4 reds above the black, all potable.
21.
Somebody strapped their bike.
That's the advantage of having the brown near the left middle. He can play for the brown now. He could also play for the pink. He's got a choice of 3 colours if you like. Could play for the blue, but getting the
29.
brown out of the way into the left middle just makes that pocket available now for a couple of reds. Nothing you can do, Shaun. You've not had a real chance.
30.
You just got to sit there and suffer and hope that you can get a chance. At the moment,
34.
it's looking definitely like 3-0. 4 frames before the mid-session interval to be played. Just got to sit and suffer.
41. Sure. 42.
Yeah, got put contact. Just took the pace out of the cue ball. But again, he can use the reds just to hold the cue ball here. Stops it from going around the table. He's played that lovely. I mean, this is tremendous stuff. You saw Ronnie O'Sullivan
49.
against Ricky Walden. 5 frames without reply and almost 600 points. Okay, this may not be in the same manner as Ronnie O'Sullivan, but it's just as effective.
Yeah, I mean, Ronnie sort of plays at a little bit more of a tempo, 20 seconds a shot at the moment. Like Selby, you think Ronnie about between 14 and 16 seconds, but as you say, same result. He's not missing a ball. Until now. Until now. I'm not putting down as a commentator's curse because the way he'd been playing. So now, Shaun Murphy's first chance of the match. He's not had a chance of a pot. And now he's got to find his cue action immediately. 50 points behind. Possible 83 remaining. It doesn't surprise you that, Ken, does it?
No, well, it could have been easier. I mean, it wasn't a straightforward shot, was it? Into a blind pocket. Could have been a lot easier, that, for Shaun.
looked at that red, but I'm not certain he can hit enough of the red just past the blue to play the pot. I think he's got to try and get this cue ball back to the balk end now. He can't see enough of that red. Well, he played that. Such is the cue power of Shaun. He has that ability to play those type of shots. They look dangerous, but he was always putting a backspin to get that cue ball back to the balk cushion. Playing it as a shot for nothing. Obviously the plan there is to get the red into the jaws of the pocket so it doesn't run loose, but it's okay. It's always been the way at this game. When you're playing well, you get the run of the ball. When you're not playing too, or not having much chance, you never get the run, do you?
Well, what a result he's had there, Max Selby. Have a look at this. Kiss off the green. And this is such a tough snooker, not only to hit, but to get safe, John. I mean, it's...
Well, to me, it's long odds not leaving a pot on here. I can't think of one red you could nestle on and not leave a chance of a pot. And of course we know with the miss rule, even though it was a fluke snooker, the miss rule will still be called. If he doesn't hit a red, it'll be put back. Just got to hope he can hit something here and leave it safe. That's all he can do.
Foul in a bit.
Well, I missed call, but I don't think Max Selby, unless he's dead straight on this red. If he's dead straight on this red, I'm not quite sure whether he can get back up to the blue. And yeah, there you see it. He may have a put back here.
Do you think he'll have a guilty conscience that he fluked the snooker?
I doubt it.
No.
Well, that tells the story. They're good friends, these two, but no friendship out on that table. That's for sure. That's the line, John, but I'm not quite sure when it hits the second cushion that it's going to slide that much to hit that red. As we saw with his first attempt, Shaun Murphy's, it's sort of squared up when it hit the second cushion. And yeah, he's not getting the slide on that second cushion. And
Foul in a bit.
I'm not quite sure whether that shot is on. I mean, he has to go very, very close to the blue. A lot of left-hand side. That's the line, but he has to get the cue ball so close to the blue. Once it hits the first cushion, as it's coming across the face of the blue, it's got to be very, very close to the blue. And that's his problem. And then hope for the slide on the second cushion.
Yeah, I think as you said as well, he needs a lot of left-hand side here, so he could maybe hit the baulk lines, play a little swerve to widen the angle with the left-hand side.
Oh.
Foul in a bit. Max Selby 4.
Yeah. Expensive fluke as far as Shaun's concerned. And he couldn't have got any closer. $62 points behind now. You just feel if he doesn't hit the red and get it safe, this frame is beyond him. Closer this time.
Oh.
Foul in a miss. Max Selby 4.
Yes, and of course Michaela has to keep calling a miss. I mean, that's the rule, because it's not hard. Well, it's hard to hit a red, but you'd expect him to hit a red if he hit it, obviously, with a lot more pace here.
Yeah, he's trying to hit a red and get it safe, but that used to be part of the skill of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how close? Anyway, don't get me on the miss rule.
This looks better. This looks better. Yeah, well played. Well played. Excellent shot.
And in fairness, that's about as safe as he could have got it. He still left the pot on, which I'm certain Mark Selby will go for. He's got insurance, 2 reds on the left-hand side cushion, 1 near the top cushion. He can play this red into the far left corner. I know he's looking at the baulk line, but or the baulk cushion, I'll be amazed if he doesn't play a pot here. Because if he knocks this red in, he wins the frame. Can't turn down these opportunities. But he missed it, and you can tell from the noise of the crowd, they want to see Shaun Murphy pot a ball at least.
Shaun Murphy, that's his first ball he's potted this afternoon. He's off and running.
8. Nine.
I mentioned before Mark Selby went for his frame-winning red. The 2 reds on the left-hand side cushion, the 1 near the top cushion. If Shaun can win the frame at this visit, it'll be a minor miracle. But when you're at the table,
16.
you have a chance. But boy, this will be something special.
Seventeen.
Well, he's purposely left an angle on this red into the left centre. Could
24.
possibly try and nudge one of those reds out off the side cushion here when potting this. Just took his eye off the pot.
For Murphy, 24.
Yeah. That's a schoolboy error. Got to pot the ball on. But as you say, Ken, he was concentrating so much on trying to bring that red into play. Forgot about the pot. Now, Mark can pot this red easy enough, but he needs red colour red, and he won't want to be playing this with a lot of pace, so he's not guaranteed to have good position on the black here. I mean, obviously a target would be a good target, green and brown, but is the middle pocket not in the way? Trying to get in behind those 2? Well, he played the red that was on the side cushion, and I'll tell you what, that pink's going to be very helpful. That pink's going to be very helpful.
Yes, and what that does, it's opened up everything now, doesn't it? You see he's blocked that red left corner. You can pot this. I'm playing this as a shot to nothing, this red.
Now, can he get through? Well, I've just looked at the body language of Shaun. Now the Blues come to Mark's rescue there. So he's no pot on here. Unless he plays the red into the left corner. Boy, this is dangerous. He's got to get this. Had to get that. It's end of frame, surely, if the red goes to the left corner. And I think it does. It does. So the black and one more red, and it's 3-0.
Yeah, it was a shot he was forced into playing, wasn't he? He didn't have any other option there. As you said, John, you know, he's not Selby puts playing ball. When you're ahead and you're playing well, little things like that, like the blue came as cover for Mark Selby on the red that was in open play, and of course close to that bottom left hand corner pocket.
16. 17.
Everything is pretty easy for Mark Selby at the moment, and very, very difficult for Shaun Murphy.
23. 24. $31. 33.
I don't know whether he's on the green. No, it doesn't matter. Frame well and truly over. At least Shaun Murphy had a chance. Mr. Easy Red in the middle, playing the cannon, took his eye off the ball. But Mark Selby just marches on.